left the North Korean test site about 2 hours ago. The train pulled out less than an hour ago. We spent 9 hours on the ground at Punggye-ri. It's the first time that international press has ever been allowed to the site. And what we saw was what North Korea claims is the destruction of this test site. So they let us go up to 3 different tunnels. They opened the door. One of the tunnels was used to conduct 5 of North Korea's 6 nuclear tests, the most recent last year that triggered a 6.3 magnitude earthquake back in September. They were very dark. We weren't allowed to go inside the tunnels, but we saw essentially explosives as far as we could see down into the tunnels. And they closed the door, brought us up to this observation post, and they'd blow the tunnel up. And then we'd go to the next tunnel and see it, and then they would blow that one up. They also blew up probably 9 or 10 buildings on the site as well, buildings that were used to house the researchers and house all of the equipment to measure the magnitude of the nuclear test. So it was, at least on the surface, it seems as if the North Koreans were following through on this promise. But, there were only journalists in our group. There were no experts who were there to verify exactly what was happening. So we don't know how far into the tunnels the explosions actually happened. We don't know if they just closed off the entrance, which could easily be bulldozed open again, or if, in fact, the tunnels are indeed, completely destroyed, as the North Koreans claim. And when we tried to ask them about how we'd be able to verify it, their only answer to us was, you've seen it with your own eyes. We're being transparent. We're taking steps towards denuclearization. So clearly they're trying to send a message to President Trump ahead of this planned summit in Singapore on June 12th. They want him to believe that they are following through on their promise to get rid of their nuclear weapons. But, all we can say is what we saw. And we saw a lot of explosions, and we weren't able to interview any officials in depth about what was actually happening. But the North Koreans say that Punggye-ri is now shut down for good. So is that really the case? We can only show you the pictures, and I'll tell you what, when we get back to Wonsan and can actually feed this video, it is really extraordinary stuff just to see this place that we've heard about for so many years and never been allowed to see until now.